Hello, my name is Hoots, and this is my first time recording a voiceover for a video, so please, no bully, give me some slack. So, for my April Patreon project, I decided to redesign an old character of mine. The oldest drawing I could find of him is from back in 2008. His name is Knock, N-O-K, and he's a crow fella dressed as a scarecrow. Yeah, 2008 me was a very clever kid. I dug through a lot of my old art to find more references for how I used to draw him and other attempts at redesign, and there were quite a few. Well, there were 5. I actually couldn't find much art, but I do remember drawing him a lot, so some of the stuff might just be from 2008 that I don't have access to anymore. The newest drawings I found were from 2012, and I don't think I've drawn him since, so I haven't given this guy much attention, and I can only vaguely remember some of what he was, like, his character was supposed to be. I remember that he was supposed to be kind of a mischievous, playful, kind of almost like a stereotypical bard character, where he just wanted to have fun. He was kind of like impish. And I also wanted him to be pretty like mysterious, which is why he had a clay mask, and there were other reasons for it, because like his eyes are all red, so he wears a mask to hide his creepy eyes so that people will be nice to him. You know, that kind of teenager thoughts on character design. So a lot of his design in the older drawings were very vague. I didn't have a concept for what his jacket looked like, so it was always just, this is a jacket, like vague jacket shape. So I decided to give him a much more defined jacket, something that was very clearly for this character, and I made it sleeveless, so he now wears a puffy sleeved shirt under his vest coat, I guess. I kept his scarecrow hat because it was so iconic to him. I just changed it up a little. And everything else was pretty much just updating concepts of his design. I decided to try and make a better design for his eyes, because just plain red eyes isn't Yuri enough, I think. So I decided to give his eyes a more animalistic look by removing the whites of his eyes and just making it all red with piercing pupils. I also decided to kind of remove the feathered pants in some of his old designs. Like, I liked the poopy pants, I kind of liked the bell-bottom look, but I thought it would work his silhouette better if he had defined, anatomy, and I added the feathers onto the cuffs of his gloves and the tops of his, I don't know what that would be, half boot. It's missing the front of it. I know in his really, really old designs, the 2008 ones, he did not have bird feet. He just had, these like pointy-toed shoes. And I think around like I think in the 2012 drawings is when I started giving him bird feet. And I was like, yeah, I like the bird feet. I'm going to keep the bird feet. He's supposed to be a crow creature anyway, so the less human features he has, kind of the better. And the drawing that I'm working on in this video is actually also a redesign of one of his old drawings from 2009 that I could not get a full version of it. It's cropped. But as you can see, the old design you know, had the branch kind of thing going on and the uncovered eyes. It looks kind of like gloomy because it was just like, oh, it's gonna be kind of like he's shy because his mask is off kind of thing. So I definitely took some traits from that. I took his mask off and gave him, you know, the branches and everything, but I completely changed the environment, and instead of it being, you know, like a green bright forest, I was like, well, he's a crow, and part of his story is that he's kind of creepy, mysterious, and so I decided to make it night instead, and I'm really upset because I just missed the part where I colored his hat the wrong color. I made it the, like, bright tan instead of the brown, because it's supposed to be the same color as his collar, the collar of his coat. So just, I did change it after the video, but it really got me when I got to the end of the video, or at the end of the recording, and then I looked back at it and I was like, oh no, I colored the hat wrong, of all things. But yeah, I really liked this guy, and I think at one point I tried to redesign him for a D&D campaign. I tried to make him like a bird folk Tengu kind of creature, and I did not like that design at all. I might share it, maybe. I did not like it. So yeah, I decided for like his redesign, I kept a lot of his concept. I kept the ragged ends of his coat, and his mask, definitely, the mask was like a big defining feature for him. And yeah, I changed his eyes. And overall, I just kind of updated how I drew him. I mean, he's not too changed. He's got a lot of the same features that I had drawn him with before. Like, the dark hair and wings and stuff, and just overall, I really like this guy. So, that's Nox's redesign. What do you think of his new look and my first voiceover video? Personally, I'm really happy with his changes. I think he's a lot closer to what younger me was trying to come up with, even if he isn't that different. And I think I'll probably try and draw him more now. Hey, so if you like this video, you should think about being like these cool people and support me on Patreon. Their support has made it possible for me to put more time into personal projects like this, and I love them for it. Mwah, mwah, mwah.